Go fresh. That's right, I could model. Any companies out there who are looking for a need to model your Mountain Dew? Yeah, I'm your guy. Yes.
Is responding to emails, 11% is administrative tasks, 11% is useful meetings, 10% is not useful meetings, 8% is getting interrupted from essential for non-essential reasons, and 5% everything else. I guess that includes taking a dump or something, right? So all of this is kind of funny, right? Because it's not just that you have this really bad record of, oh, there are lots of jobs that are just nonsensical. You also have, when you are doing a job that theoretically contributes, you're not actually really working that much towards the end, right? And I want you to bear in mind, you can go ahead and guess, what kinds of jobs are more BS jobs versus ones which aren't, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and guess that a lot of office jobs, like construction workers, are not going to say they have BS jobs. They might take a little time, they might not be working every single hour of the
Oh
day. I can
shit.
tell you whenever I've been a late
Are we banned, dude? No, we're live. Goddess Neptune followed you. I wonder if she's hot. Dude, why is everything like an error? Well, we're not banned. So, okay, we're working. We're live. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Yep. Ah, I can go back to watching that show.
laborer, right? When I was younger, the last hour, maybe the last hour or two of the day, you often wouldn't have anything to do, so you might just be, oh, let me sweep up the shop or something like that. But we're talking. Let's exclude those people for a second. And just think about the fact that if 50% of the jobs in the entire economy are BS jobs, and a lot of those are jobs like, you're working in a store, even if you hate the job, right? Or you're doing something else that's tangibly productive. Well, that must mean that 50% must have a significant chunk of office work. That's probably like most of office work, if anything. So once you realize that, I kind of, I don't know, beggars belief almost. Now, especially nowadays, I forget when exactly the book, I think I said the article that he originally wrote was in 2013. I forget when exactly the book was written. Maybe I can look in the book. I actually have it right here. Um, but of course, oh, okay, so this is 2018. Now, since 2018, we of course had the big lockdown, right? So in 2020, we didn't use the term BS jobs, but there was the new concept of non essential workers, right? So when the lockdown happened and governments were telling people basically they can't work and businesses, couldn't have people come into the office, right? There all of a sudden arose this big distinction between people whose jobs are actually important and people whose jobs, maybe they're contributing, but they're not really doing anything necessary, right? And I think this is a pretty great. I'm not saying if you had to go home, you have a BS job by default, but I think there's probably a significant corollary. I think, during the lockdown,
this. That's annoying. Maybe you can go like you can't go there. Maybe up here. Show me how that looks. I need to see it clearer than that. Maybe like that. Oh, this is even better. This is even better. You need to see the floor though. A little bit. Come on, man. The delay is painful. That'll do. I think that'll do.今月自分の配信を終了せずに寝てしまいまって、起きてから生放送生放送中だということを分からずにエロ動画を見てしまいました。これにつきこれにつきましてたくさんのご迷惑ご心配おかけしております。大変申し訳ありませんでした。長いマリアのいやらしい体を使って自分の欲望をみんなの目の前で満足することに本当に反省しております。そのせいでkICKという配信サービスにバンされて、kICK運営方々さんまたは関係者やご視聴者様に対して非常に申し訳なく思ってます。自分がクズ人間だというであって存在するべきではないものだということを十分把握できました。申し訳ありませんでした。Take two. 今月自分の配信を終了せずに寝てしまって、起きてから生放送中だったことを分からずにエロ動画を見てしまいました。これにつきまして皆さんのこれにしましてたくさんのなるほど Take 3。今月自分の配信を終了せずに寝てしまって、起きてから生放送中だったことを分からずにエロ動画を見てしまいました。これにつきましてたくさんのご迷惑ご心配をおかけしております。大変申し訳ありませんでした。長いマリアを長いマリアさんのいやらしい体を使って自分の欲望をみんなの目の前で満足することに本当に反省しております。そのせいでキックというサービスにバンされて、キック運営方々さんもまた関係者やご視聴者様に対して非常に申し訳なく思っております。自分がクズ人間だということ、存在するべきではないものだということを十分把握できました。申し訳ありませんでした。はい、Take 4。Little break. Little throat lubricant. はい、次。もう一回やろっか。今月自分の配信を終了せずに寝てしまって、起きてから生放送中だということを分からずにエロ動画を見てしまいました。これにつきましてたくさんのご迷惑ご心配おかけしております。長いマリアさんのいやらしい体を使って自分の欲望を皆さんの目の前で満足することに本当に反省しております。そのせいでキックという配信サービスにバンされて、キック運営方々さんも関係者さんやご視聴様さんたちに本当に申し訳なく思っております。自分がクズ人間だということ、存在するべきものではないということを十分把握できました。申し訳ありませんでした。 Okay, maybe do one more take. One more take. Take 5.今月、自分の配信を終了せずに寝てしまって、起きてから生放送中だということを分からずに、エロ動画を見てしまいました。これにつきまして、たくさんのご迷惑、ご心配をおかけしております。大変申し訳ありませんでした。長いマリアさんのいやらしい体を使って自分の欲望を皆さんの前で、皆さんの目の前で満足することに反省しております。そのせいでkICKっていう配信サービスにバンされて、kICK運営方々または関係者やご視聴者様たちに本当に申し訳なく思っております。自分がクズ人間であって存在するべきものではないということを十分把握できました。本当に申し訳ありませんでした。よし、これで十分だろ。I wonder what all my followers do on a Sunday, because it's like my most dead day. Katachiがおかしい人間だということも。
It's a pretty good example. I remember that around here, and I think this is true in other places, there were times where, let's say, the price of food and other essential goods were a lot lower than usual, and sometimes a little bit higher, but it wasn't like we were having hyperinflation or anything like that. Meaning, food still got to the table. Everything pretty much functioned as it did. The only thing that was really different was a lot of restaurants, didn't have people in them and stuff like that. But really, the total absence of the entire bureaucratic class during most of 2020 really made not a lick of difference for most people. Now, that probably made a big lick of difference if you were employed on one of those jobs or if you were reliant on one of those jobs. But for the rest of us, it really didn't mean anything. And, it's funny to think that in a world where something like 80% of people might not have been physically working, or they might have been going through this notional idea of working online, everything pretty much worked as it was. So I think the concept of BS jobs is very much vindicated by this event. In terms of even people who have not very useful jobs, you realize, well, we could either lay these people off during the lockdown, or we could have them work like an hour from home, and we can abandon the pretense of them constantly having to work all the time, right? So anyway, if you go on from that, now one thing that Graeber notes that I actually really like is that he says, in comparison with the past, okay, if you look at medieval Europe and compare it to the modern world, okay? We have this novel idea that if you can be this thing called an employee. And what an employee does is he sells his time to his boss, right? So you say, okay, boss, you give me this amount of money for hourly work, or you give me a salary, and I will give you an eighth of my living hours, right? So I'll give you 8 hours a day, and you can tell me to do whatever you want, right?
That's not an eighth.
So as I mentioned before, there's a lot of times when you're in a job nowadays, in the last hour or so,
is that an eighth? 8 hours a day? 5 days a week, 40-hour work week. How many hours are there in a week? Well, you times that by 3, you get 120 hours. There's 120 hours in 5 days. So you add another 2. You add another 2, you get another 48. 168 hours. Or 168 divided by 40 is 4.2. That's more than an eighth. Wait, that's not right. It's 40 divided by 168. That's more than an eighth. It's almost a quarter. That's more than an eighth.
work, even if you do have a very legitimate job where you're accomplishing a lot of things, a lot of times you're finished up and you don't really have anything to do. And of course, Graeber has pretty good examples of people who do this basically all the time. So there's a good example. Actually, let me go to it in the book. There's a good example he gives of a guy who worked, I think, in a museum. I'll read it out for you. Clarence says, I worked as a museum guard for a major global security company in a museum where one exhibition room was left unused more or less permanently. My job was to guard that empty room, ensuring no museum guests touched the, well, nothing in the room, and ensure nobody sets any fires. To keep my mind sharp and attention undivided, I was forbidden any form of mental stimulation like books, phones, etc. Since nobody was ever there, in practice, I sat still and twiddled my thumbs for 7.5 hours, waiting for the fire alarm to sound. If it did, I was to calmly stand up and walk out. And that was it. So this employee, right? So he has a job to do. He's supposed to guard this useless room, which I guess makes it a BS job. But it's worse than that. He's not allowed to even read a book. He's not allowed to use his phone or do something else. He can't actually do something productive at work, right? If he wants to work on his side hustle, right? If he wants to bring his laptop and sit down in a chair and do some stuff while he literally watches paint dry, he can't do that. Because there's this very modern concept that when you're an employee, you owe the person employing you time, right? Anyway, as I was saying, Graeber notes that that is distinct from how things used to be in, say, medieval Europe or really any other time and place. Whereas if you wanted to hire someone, you would hire them for a specific task. You would basically hire them as we would call for, a subcontractor. You would say, oh, I want this guy to redo my kitchen or something like that. Or I want him to do a specific task and I'll pay him to do that. I'm not going to pay him by the hour. That doesn't make sense. Because I know if I pay him by the hour, he's going to stretch it out as long as he possibly can, right? I'm going to get ripped off. It's stupid to do that. And he really says that back in the day, the only people who, for which there was this idea that they have to work for particular hours was really slaves, right? So slaves, there's a sense in which a slave's time belongs to his master, right? And the modern concept of a wagee, right, a wage slave, is someone who sells his time. Like he's not in his contract. His contract doesn't really say, it might nominally say this, but His contract is not talking about, well, you have to do these tasks during the year, and hey, and once you finish them, you can just go home and do whatever you want, right? It's very rare that you see that kind of stuff. Instead, it says, okay, here are your tasks, and you're going to show up at work at 6:30, and you're going to go home at 4:30 or something like that, and that is your life now, right? You are selling someone your time, and you have to pretend to be busy, right? So that is something particularly humiliating about any job, but especially a job like the guy who's guarding a museum, or someone who's doing regulatory compliance, or sitting in an office pretending to do something. That is particularly humiliating for those kinds of people. So anyway, now the book itself, I'm going to finish up talking about the book in a second, because I really want to talk about what has caused this. What has caused BS jobs? Because I'm going to go ahead and say, I think it's nice that Graeber has brought to the public attention this concept, but I think there's a tendency of people like him to kind of put the cart before the horse and misunderstand cause and effect and get everything kind of backwards in terms of, or well, I'll go ahead and say his solutions I would consider entirely backwards, but I'll get to that when I get to that. One last point on the book, on the content of the book, he actually goes through, this is kind of hokey, but he goes through the different categories of BS jobs just to kind of categorize them in the kind of things that exist. And he comes up with around 4 or 5 different names for them, okay? So firstly, they're what are called flunkies, okay? So when a company has someone who's very important, someone who has a lot of authority in an important position, and they have money to throw around, one thing that you often want to get is flunkies. And a flunky, in his view, is basically someone whose job is to be someone else's servant, in a sense, right? So if you're some kind of office manager, if you have some kind of, I don't know, you're the head of research and development or something like that, even if you can do all the work yourself, it's pretty common to just buy some other people just to do the work that you could easily do yourself, or even if you're not doing work, just to have people, I don't know, check boxes and stuff like that. And Graeber really hypothesizes that a lot of this, he compares it to having like a feudal retainer, where you just have like kind of a kingly court of, a person of authority, and he has a couple lackeys basically who go around with him. The type number 2 of a BS job is what he calls a goon, and this is people who are usually very aggressive and competitive with other goons in other companies. This could be advertising people, or it could actually even be military people if you think about governments as being jobs. Now I kind of object to this being a BS job, because there is a sense in which if the industry or other if other countries have militaries, obviously you need a military. I mean, it's a Nash equilibrium. You basically have to do it. So, but there is a sense in which he says it is kind of a BS job, because if you're in PR or if you're in ads, you're really just competing with other people in PR and ads, and it's kind of an annoying game. One interesting take that I remember hearing, so back in the 90s in America, when I was a little kid, I remember when I was really little, you used to be able to have advertisements for smoking, okay? I remember billboards for, buy some Marlboro cigarettes, right? Now, one funny thing is, well, the American government basically eventually banned smoking advertisements in the early 90s or mid-90s. I forget when exactly it was. But, one interesting thing about that is it actually ended up being really good for cigarette companies, okay? Because ads were not really getting them new users, right? What ads were doing is that they were cutting into the resources, they were cutting into the users of other brands, right? You could snipe the users of another brand and get them to use your cigarette. Whereas the people who don't smoke, they're not sold on smoking, they're not going to be sold on smoking, and there of course is an increasing number of people back in that time who were like, I'm never going to smoke, it's stupid, smoking's bad for me, whatever, right? So banning advertisements for smoking actually ended up being kind of in the favor of smoking companies, because they no longer have to waste their money on putting out ads, because they're no longer competing with the ads of other companies. So I think there is that sense in which, ads kind of are BS. I think there are a lot of companies, I mean, frankly, pharmaceutical ads, if you ask me, should just be banned. But I don't want to do the pharmaceutical companies any benefits, but, whatever. So anyway, flunkies and goons, but ones that I think people are more familiar with. The third one is duct tapers, and this is something he notes that he gets from the world of software that I think a lot of people will know of, where people are basically employed to solve glitches in software or glitches in not just in software, but in other things that could have easily been solved just by like principled solutions to problems. Oh, well, we can't figure out how to solve this, or we can't solve it for some particular reason, so let's just employ someone to do something stupid. He actually lists these out. On page 43, he says, he lists a couple actually. He says, I worked as a programmer for a travel company. Some poor person's job was to receive updated plane timetables via email several times a week and copy them by hand into Excel. Now you hear that, and that is literally like you could sit down, most of the people on my channel could sit down right now and write a little shell script that will do that automatically, that can take timetables and put them into Excel. In fact, arguably, depending on how you get the email, you might be able to, you don't even have to copy and paste things, right? But that's a good example of a duct taper. It's a person doing something that should be automated, or it's totally unnecessary. Or here's another. My job was to transfer information about a state's oil wells into a different set of notebooks than they were currently in. Or another. My day consisted of photocopying veterans' health records for 7.5 hours a day. Workers were told time and time again that it was too costly to buy the machines for digitizing. I actually understand that. Digitizing machines, they're very expensive. That's less of a BS job. And here's one more. I was given one responsibility, watching an inbox that received emails in a certain form from employees in a company asking for tech help, and then copy and paste it into a different form. Not only was this a textbook example of an automatable job, it actually used to be automated. There was some kind of disagreement between various managers that led to the higher-ups issuing a standardization that nullified the automation, right? So those are good examples of duct tapers, right? And that I think is something that I am definitely familiar with. There's a lot of, I think it's partially because there are a lot of companies that use particularly software that they just kind of get off the internet, and they don't really have a software person that could easily duct tape these together in a principled way. You just have kind of doofuses doing it, or they look at software as being kind of a black box. Or really, it's proprietary software, let's be real, because if it were free software, this would not be an issue. You just fix it, and that would be it. But, companies fall for that kind of stuff because they want to pay for software because they think it's good, but they're wrong. Anyway, category 4. So we have flunkies, goons, duct tapers, and he also mentions box tickers and task managers. Box tickers are mostly just companies trying to compete with each other. They have like an Office of Inclusion and Diversity. We should have one of those too. Unnecessary jobs that, they just want to comply with the standards. And taskmasters, basically, he just means middle management and things like that, right? So anyway, BS jobs, I think, is it an interesting read? Yeah, I guess it's an interesting book. I don't know if I recommend the whole thing. But I think it's about time. I'm going to take a little break. We're going to have, I didn't say at the beginning, but this is not related. This is the podcast, right? So go to notrelated.xyz, leave a comment. Some comments go. You one thing with our dog in the hearing the good work. Meal prepping, I do slow cook. All right. Andre says, just renewing my monthly donations with updated card info. All right, thank you. I kind of alluded to this at the beginning when I was talking about the lockdown, but if you want to understand the BS jobs phenomenon, you have to understand the fact that we have such a hyper-productive technological system that we really don't need everyone in the world working 40 hours a week. It's totally unnecessary, right? And if people for cultural reasons want to work 40 hours because they think it's the right thing to do or something like that, or they feel like they're wasting time if they don't do that, well, we're going to have to find increasingly menial things for them to do, all right? Now, Graeber has a bunch of different views of it, but I think he really views it as you have these hyper-productive capitalist enterprises, you have these big businesses, right? And they are just swimming in money, and a lot of this is true, right? A lot of businesses, let's say Amazon, is so hyper-productive and their margins are so razor thin they can kind of, they can waste money on some silly things. Now, the Amazon wages who are actually getting the goods to your door, they are hyper productive. They are working 20 hours a day, like they are sweating it out. But you can have a kind of bureaucratic structure if you have a business that's that hyper productive, right? If you're Google and you're making billions and billions of dollars and you kind of have this secured monopoly-like status, well, you can just hire whoever to be your diversity and inclusion magnates, and you can employ lots of people basically just doing nothing, right? If you really wanted to. And not just that, but even lower companies, not just Amazon or Google, but your average white-collar work, right? I mentioned the document digitization business that I worked for. Realistically speaking, that's a really in-demand field, and a company might make so much money that they don't really know what to do with. And if the entrepreneur in charge is not really concerned with, oh, let's expand, let's do more, let's, make even more money, if he's just content with that, well, maybe he'll start hiring some of his friends, hiring like a cute girl as a secretary, things like that. And this goes into kind of what Graeber gets into with flunkies and hiring people who you don't really need, or you might nominally need just so you don't have to do things all the time. But when you pull back from the scenario, you see that a lot of people are just not doing much of anything, right? So that is kind of, now Graeber, of course, his solution to the whole thing, what is his solution? I would say it's twofold, okay? Because one of the sides is the fact that a lot of people have kind of a wagey mindset. Like there is this work ethic idea that it is somehow ignoble if you refuse to work for 40 hours, right? So if you are like the anti-work people who say, oh, we should only work 20 hours, or I don't want to work that much, or something like that, there's something suspect about that, right? And I agree that is kind of a weird thing, but when I meet someone who says, oh, I only work 20 hours a week or something like that, there is kind of like a, really? I mean, what's going on? Now, maybe you don't have to, you're making plenty of money or something like that, but we do very much have a culture of work, you want to work. Working, if you're not working, there's something weird about that. And even having a BS job, even having a job where you're not really doing anything is better than having a job where you're working part-time and maybe you're doing more for society and you might even be making more. That is a little more suspect than a job that's where someone's working non-stop. I think that's definitely the case in America, and I think it is also kind of the case in Europe as well. I think America has more of a culture like this, but either way, Graeber's, the second part of his solution, aside from a cultural change, is he is a big fan of UBI, Universal Basic Income, right? So if you don't know what this is, I assume most people who have been kind of politically plugged in know what this is. But Universal Basic Income is this idea that let's just give people lots of money, okay? Let's just give people a monthly stipend. Let's just pay them a salary just for existing, okay? Now this is popular in Graeber's, I guess his kind of people, like a lot of more radical leftists who want to have this reordering, post-scarcity reordering of society. They are big fans of UBI. Okay, the idea being, well, instead of we have all this welfare and stuff, and that's not really sufficient. What we really want is we want people to be totally independent. Now, Graeber is also kind of like he's one of these post-scarcity guys in general. I don't know if he'd take the label. For those who don't know, post-scarcity is kind of, it also is kind of a leftist idea, I guess I would say, if you had to pin it to something. But the idea behind post-scarcity is eventually we're going to get to the point where physical goods are just so common, they're just all over the place. We have so much productive capacity to produce them that it just they become as common as air, and we don't really have to worry about distributing them. You just, if you need food, you'll just trip over it. If you need an iPad.
Well, see, the big problem with that is how can we assert superiority over other people? I don't think people realize that money isn't about survival. It is at the bottom. At the bottom of the barrel, money is about survival. But once you get past that, it's not about survival. Is a Lamborghini about getting from A to B? No, it's not. It's about showing off. Is a mansion about? It's about showing off. And you also have to understand it's like, where do people get money from? Then, because I've got a private jet, and that's 35 million. How am I going to get 35 million? By working? No. By ripping people off. Oh no, they don't. No, they do. That's the only way to cheat. To cheat in some way, to exploit, to hyper compete, but not in a fair, honest, meaningful way. Like, how can a plumber hyper compete and be the world's best plumber? No, he has to take all the business for himself and then delegate it, and then take all the money from the people he delegates it to and make more than anyone else and be rich on his own. That's the only way. That is the only freaking way, dude.
Had we produce so many of them, you trip over it. Okay. Now, post-scarcity economics is kind of, I think there's something to be said there. I think there is a sense in which you can get to a point where your technology has produced something to such a degree that you don't have to worry about it being scarce. But I do feel that we are nowhere near that point, right? Even if we can get raw materials and food and things like that to be produced very effectively, there are still massive distribution problems. How do you move them from here to there? How do you incentivize people to move them from here to there? Well, you have to pay them. You have to have jobs. They have to cost money. So I think post-scarcity economics in general is pretty suspect. But UBI is this idea that if we have this kind of post-scarcity world where we have so much productivity, really what we got to do is just allow people to redeem, just buy stuff for free. We're basically creating it for free. If we're so hyper productive, we should just give someone a universal basic income just so they can be able to buy stuff, right? Now, I think when it comes to UBI, you might remember that Andrew Yang in America, he's this guy who ran for president. He actually ran on the platform of, we're just going to give every American $1,000 a month. That's going to be our thing. That he ran on UBI, right? But I think UBI, there are probably two kinds of critiques. One, I think, is kind of superficial. One, I think, is more trenchant. Okay, so the superficial critique is the more obvious critique. And that is, hey, if someone gets $1,000 a month, or let's say more, let's say, $20,000, $40,000 a year, okay? If someone gets that amount of money, are they ever gonna freaking work? Okay, are they gonna contribute anything, or are they just gonna play video games all day and watch porn and coom and basically accomplish nothing, right? How many people are just gonna do literally nothing? And even if we have a hyper-productive society that can produce all these goods, there's at some point we need someone doing some amount of work. They need to fix the...
That would never happen. That would never happen. In fact, UBI is 100% the best thing to do, and the reason why it's the best thing to do is it will remove poverty. If it's done fairly, which is impossible because this world is unfair and people are disgusting. So it's already impossible, but if people had some form of nobility, so they wouldn't inflate prices beyond the UBI, so eventually, you eventually get an economy where £1,000 a month means nothing. It means one sandwich. You get one sandwich for free.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
If it was like genuine,
Minions has spawned.
oh. Hey guys, sorry about that. he failed.
Is life the hunger of death?
Shit, he actually got it? He's back.
Looks magic. All I have to do is look at a bunch of squiggly lines and it become more powerful.
Ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
Now that I think about it, fighters are honest, and it's the liars who self-destruct. Of course! Mouths water because they're crying for food! I can taste through my nose. Why can't I eat through my nose?
An ally has been slain.
Moving on four limbs was so much easier. Last time I licked a gromp, I sneezed for days. You're afraid?
An ally has been slain.
Ooh, that was fun. Everyone's got a pillory of their own. Mine's just on the outside. One pat. Finally! Still hungry! People think way too hard about fighting. Just point the strongest soldier toward the biggest enemy. Almost worked for me. I'll fight you and your kids. Food doesn't have to be blood? Huh. You protect
Has been slain.
Thought I could go for that. I couldn't.
Ears have a nice mouthfeel.
Enemy killing spree.
Ah, bro. Stop feeding. On the tower?
If sweaty animals are salty, does that mean there are sweet ones too? Oh, or sour? Let's go again! Hold still, and I'll sharpen I can just
The
be.
problem is Fizz is there.
I'll savor this.
I wasn't expecting Fizz right there. That hurts.
Wow. Dying really clears up the sinuses.
Getting kind of screwed. He's a V flash.
New toothpick. Today's mystery. Handshakes. Are they testing strength or maybe marking each other's scents? Not polite to nibble on friends. Everybody wants to get late, but they're all too embarrassed to do it. I'm not.
We're running this world!
An ally has been slain. Double kill.
And you taste.
Shut down.
Yeah, baby.
My teeth are sore.
The song between us. It's natural.
Rampage.
I don't lose control. I free myself from control.
Enemy has been slain. Turret plating will fall soon. A summoner has disconnected.
Well, hi!
Also, nice webcam.
Double kill.
Hello.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. A summoner has reconnected.
Or not enough.
An ally has been slain.
Music.
Disrupting the market.
An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Noxus doesn't care if you're different. Just that you're strong. And I'm strong.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. You have been slain.
Kai.
Enemy killing spree. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down.
Killing's different now.
Down is cast. Rampage.
Fuck's sake. Why do these people just keep going to the same places? Like, there's no reason to go back there, and yet they're just like, oh, I want to go back.
I might be a weapon, but now only I wield my
Down. Your turret has been destroyed.
I'm getting out jungled, and yeah, there's a fizz in this game.
We always run. Food doesn't have to be blood. Spear and heal our way.
Hearts beat together.
You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I fucking missed. I cannot believe.
Could've used some more self-control. Like me!
Oh, but you can.
Shut down. Shut down.
Wow. Did you see that? That was outrageous.
I did it! I failed the same way everyone else does. Average. I need not.
I missed. I don't want to do that. That's just stupid. Alright, no.
It is not polite to nibble on food. Not choosing a choice. No. Yes. Yes.
Why did what wage slave crisis? Oh, we were talking about their wage slave crisis. I also did my fapping apology video.
When people talk about their first language,
I made an apology video. It's like 1 minute long at best. It's not very long. 5v5 mid right now. I'm waiting for my moment. It's now.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed.
Yeah, I made my apology video in Japanese.
An ally has been
Wait, you don't know about the fapping,
Your
Nemesis?
team has destroyed an inhibitor.
You don't know about the fapping?
Your team has destroyed.
I was there? Wait, you were there for the apology video? Wait, I haven't like edited it and uploaded it yet. I'm not gonna edit it much. It's gonna be kind of raw.
Dying really clears
I
up
don't
the sight.
know, no. Okay, so the story is, basically, I fell asleep, as I do, with the stream on, and I didn't know I'd done that. I actually didn't think it was still on. I thought I closed it, and woke up to a little fapping sesh with the stream on, basically. And, I got banned from kICK. I saw it live, I want link to... I want link to my apology video. Yeah. Oh, you got caught.
I once heard someone say that they're eating friends for dinner. People say I'm hungry.
We're in your base. We're in your base. We're in your base. Oh my god, it took me into her fountain.
Has destroyed a turret. Shut down.
Did you literally like joke with the stream on? Yes, it was visible. Did you 845? Thank God the camera was not on. The camera was pointing off, so you couldn't see the camera. I'm disappointed in this Fizz player, by the way. He shamed my boy. It was a disgrace. This Fizz was a disgrace. I mean, he got out. Jungle diff. I'm a problem. Jungle diff. He was on camera. I saw it. You didn't see it. Don't lie. Who do I commend? I mean, I carried that pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. That I actually carried that super hard, bro. I carried that super hard. Because, like, they kept trying to, like, just gank. What's this, TY for the leash? Oh, yeah, I stole it. Sure you did. Hard carry. Wait a minute. Wait, are you trying to insinuate something? Are you trying to insinuate something, my dude? LOL. Yeah, apology video. Basically, the apology video is gonna go live tomorrow. I'm gonna upload it tomorrow. Cause I need no, not at all. Ah, great. The stream memes have started. The stream memes. To be fair, it's very meme worthy. It's very meme worthy. Oh man, what an embarrassment. Yeah, the apology video. I saw it live. I want my
The
apology
robots, right?
video.
Something needs to be done.
I want my apology. How can you tell the tabs apart at this point? It's kind of easy. I mean, you get used to it. It was like the Matrix code, but Bang Bros. Bang Bros. I don't. It was some Jav actress, some JAV actress. Japanese adult video.
Done, right?
Well, did I even get the name right? Yeah, I got the name right. I don't know if we can show her Instagram actually. is a bit much. Yep. Yes, another for his prawn. It's tiny. I mean this one. uh, Good God, boys. Good God, man. This is embarrassing. When are you ditching this for something good again? I mean, I can ditch it now. I don't even care. But like, what game am I gonna play? I don't really care, to be honest. I'm fine. Oh, I could play some Tekken. I could play some Tekken. I'm in the mood for some Tekken. We'll be going to sleep soon. Work whole week. Oof. Wait, what do you do for work? Oh yeah, we were watching practice CS. We can play tomorrow. Okay. We can practice some CS. Where is the yeah? There we go.
So that is kind of the superficial critique of UBI. Now, I will say economists, you can look up studies of UBI, and I will say most economists nowadays are pretty friendly. Like they want.
So he's like, I can't play both at the same time, bro. I mean, technically I could. Anyway, this guy's basically talking like most jobs are fake. Like they're fake, like you don't do anything. And your jobs aren't really relevant. And he was saying like, okay, so during COVID, like a vast majority of people were considered non-essential. So that means they didn't go to work because they weren't needed at work. And the world didn't really change that much. I mean, yeah, it changed in a sense of like profit and people lost some money, but like the actual functionality of things didn't really get too impeded. A few things did, but for the most part, not really, to be honest. For the most part, things kind of stayed the same for the average person. And it really brings into question how much we have to trade. What does that mean? How much like is actually needed in the world. And he also says like even if you go to work and you do a 40-hour work week, like how much of it is actually spent working? How much of it is actually spending doing things that are actually useful and relevant? And how much of it is just wasted time? Like there's this idea that we sell our time to our employer. And that seems normal, but the truth is you would never if you wanted a job doing, you wouldn't buy their time, you'd buy the job. If I wanted my kitchen renovating, I wouldn't buy your time, I'd buy the job. And the only real in history, the only quote unquote job that ever existed in which you sold time was slavery. Like you were a slave and you sold your time. And that's sort of how it works as I'm an employee. You're a slave, and you go in to your job, and you don't really need to do anything most of the time, but you have to be there because you're enslaved to them, right? For your wage, so you're a wage slave, and he's now talking about UBI and universal basic income. So it's basically like you pay people a basic amount of time for a basic amount of money, just to just because, as like a baseline, and that's basically the topic, the current, like that's that.
I believe in
you're up to date now.
it. And I remember back when I was doing my economics degree, reading a couple papers that were look, they did this experiment in Uganda or something, and it was people didn't actually quit their jobs if they got a big stipend and stuff like that. I will just say that although you can find a bunch of support academically, in studies and stuff like that for the idea that people aren't just going to stop working if you pay them money, right? I am a little suspect. Like, I am.
People won't stop working if you pay them money. And I'll tell you why. People don't actually work for money. They do. They do at a base level of comfort, right? So you need enough money to survive. Then you need enough money to be comfortable. And after that point, which isn't that much, people don't really work for money anymore. They work for status. Like a Lamborghini, right? You buy a $1 million car or a $500,000 car. Yeah, you're the base. I'm the bottom. Is that what you're trying to say? So you buy a $500,000 car. Why? There's no need for it. But you do it to show off. You buy a $35 million plane. Why? To show off. You don't need it in any way, shape, or form. Well, it's comfort. Not for $35 million. That's not comfort. Shut up. It's not comfort. $35 million is not comfort. It's showing off, and that's part of the human psyche. Is you work at a certain point so that you have things that you can brag about, so that you can feel superior to other people with. People value a sense of superiority more than they value almost anything. It is the most important thing to the human ego, superiority, and it's not just psychological. It's actually evolutionarily biological, because women select for superiority. So to get the best women, you still need to be the best guy. So there will always be people working. What you won't see is women working. What you will see is men working.
Suspect of those studies for multiple reasons. And most recently, in America, when we had the lockdown, at the tail end of the lockdown, back when people started coming out of their houses and going back to normal, the government decided to just give people more money. Now, originally they had given people $1,200, but then they decided to give them two more stipends, one of like $600, one of $1,400. Okay. And I remember when that happened, when they sent out those two stipends. Mind you, this is not like a monthly payment. This is just a one-time payment. And they did give some unemployment benefits lasting a little longer. But
This is a you problem. In your world, there is no progress, and we don't have sports cars. Yeah, but like, so what? It's not a me problem, bro. It's not a me problem. I think sometimes you're so disconnected from reality, actually. I actually do. I actually think you're just like a little bit, like, not on the same page. I think you live in your world, and your world is like, honestly, your world is actually pretty much identical to mine. By the way, it's literally identical. There's no difference. I think the only no, there's no difference actually. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. You got like a bit of a job, and like you got like some work that you got mostly through family and friends. I don't have a Lambo either. Yeah, but you got your work through family and friends, right? And I got my work through my mom. I'm family basically. So I have my job through my family, and you got your job through your family. And you do it to survive, and you do it to be comfortable, and you're sort of comfortable, and so you don't really like really push any further than that. And you don't do a 9 to 5, and you'll never do a 9 to 5. You'll do whatever you need to just continue. That's what you'll do. And I think I would be a lot more ambitious if the system was like an open system. It's like, okay, well, you want to get to the top. Well, here you do this, 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 and this. Come through this system and compete, and if you are good, we'll put you through. But it's not like that. It's not like that at all. The system is completely strange, and it's made as complicated and convoluted as possible. It's nonsensical, and it's designed so that truly the only way to actually succeed is to either be lucky, incredibly lucky, and it's not even talent, by the way. It's not even talent. Like, you could be an incredibly talented person. There are some very, very talented people out there that, they're just not lucky enough to be noticed. You have to be noticed. So for that, you do need some kind of luck. And yeah, you can, like, if you've got so much talent that if you just put yourself out there, people will start to notice you easily. That may be true, but that's also a form of luck. Luck, talent is luck, and so it's either luck, and it's really cheating. That's the other way. You cheat in some form of way. Like, you think Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, you don't think they're not cheaters? They're absolutely exploiters and cheaters. They exploit constantly. Everything they do is exploitative. They exploit the tax system. They exploit loopholes. They exploit the fact that they have more money so they can take more risks and they can do things that we can't do. And they play a different game that we're locked out of. We're locked out of the game, so we're not direct competitors anymore. It's honestly like MOBA. Real life is exactly like MOBA, where if you fall behind, you can't fight anymore. You're not allowed to play the game, because if you try and play the game, you will get deleted, because you just don't have the stats to back up any of your decisions. You just have to hope there's a chance somewhere. There's some kind of opportunity that you can just grab, and you can get back in that way. So
They just sent out these payments, and what happened basically across America is not a single wagee was at work anywhere. You couldn't go to a fast food restaurant or even a sit-down restaurant. A lot of retailers didn't have people working. People just literally, like, getting $2,000, which isn't really that much money. But a lot of wagees who just got $2,000 were like, well, I have enough money. I'm just going to quit. Okay, I'm just going to quit. So I am very skeptical of the idea that if someone got, let's say, $200 or $2,000.
we don't need fast food restaurants. How about that? We don't need fast food restaurants. We don't need most of the economy that we have. No, we don't need fast food restaurants. What we need is a cafe that does home cooked food that is delicious and organic and healthy, and makes a reasonable amount for the local community, and you can buy from that. That's what we need. No, you don't like fast food. You like having food cooked for you that tastes good, and you can get that at a more reasonable price that's also healthy. Fast food is terrible. It shouldn't even exist. There's a lot of jobs and a lot of industries that just should not exist. You want to monopoly the monopoly. True, I want to be the king of the world because I think I would make an incredible, incredible existence, an incredible world in which there would be nobility, honor. There wouldn't be peace. I would allow people to carry swords around. I would allow men to challenge each other to duels. If somebody offends you, you can challenge him to a duel to the death if you want, for your own honor. Depends on how severe the duel is. Like the disgrace. If someone insults you in public, who has the one cafe we all eat from, and what unlucky people have to work there? It'd be family run. So you do it for the bit of extra money that you want. Like, people think you wouldn't work. Yes, you would work. You would work, because your monthly stipend will let you buy food, it will let you buy internet, it will let you exist, but it will not let you experience the great joys of life. It won't let you feel a great sense of honor. It won't let you feel community. It won't let you feel a sense of responsibility or purpose. It won't let you, travel the world. It won't let you go and do exciting and interesting things, and it won't let you have adventures. It won't let you develop skills or learn something. You'll need more, right? There'll still be people who work, right? Because, like, for example, here's a perfect example. If I got a monthly stipend of, let's say, 1,500 a month, right? I would still work. I would still teach Japanese. I would still stream. I would still, streaming probably isn't really that worthwhile. And to be honest, streaming as a job would probably die, if I'm being honest. but I would still teach Japanese. I would still teach Japanese, and I would teach it for a very reasonable price. And there'd be people who'd want to learn Japanese, and so they'd take a little extra job here and there. No, we need coal miners and lithium miners. No, we don't. No, we don't. I vote we send you. We don't need lithium miners because we don't need electric cars. We really don't need that. What we do need, how will my devices work? Maybe you don't need devices, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, what we do need is and to be honest, if you were to send people to a coal mine, you'd pay them a lot of money, bro, and people would do that. Like if you could work in a coal mine for a year and you got paid $1 million, would you do it? Of course you would. So the question is, how much could you pay people to do it just so they could have luxuries and status and power? People would do horrible work for good money. So what are we all getting paid here? I'm just saying, like the current idea of the world in which we all do bullshit jobs that don't mean anything, and we all have to slave away just for, you know, a mediocre existence. Like, you have to do all this dumb work just to be able to eat. Meanwhile, there's someone out there making millions because they cheated or got lucky. Like, it's a rigged system. Regardless of the flaws that you can point out with a new system, the current system is entirely corrupted. From the ground up, it's corrupted. And it needs to be addressed. But it's impossible to address because people complain about change because they're just like, well, that has problems. It's like, well, this has problems. This has way more problems. Yeah, but I'm comfortable. Well, you know, you're not really doing that well, to be honest. You know, so many people would be like, I'm fine. No, you're not really fine, bro. There's people out there with Lamborghinis, and it's like, well, yeah, I don't really need a Lamborghini. No, you can't get a Lamborghini no matter what you did. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. No, I could get it if I really tried. No, you couldn't, because you'd have to be lucky or cheat and not get caught at cheating. I've got throat cancer.
A month or even $1,000 a month, that they would not do exactly the same thing. So I know that there are a bunch of positive studies on UBI, but I'm just going to say it's very easy to concoct a study that gets the results that you want. I'm just going to say it is the easiest thing. It's lying with statistics, creating a study that's...
Like I said, a lot of jobs would go away with UBI. So what are you all getting paid here? Who knows? Who knows? It doesn't even really matter too much, to be honest. Like, but the reality is that you have way too much faith in humanity. No, people would work. A lot of people wouldn't work. But the reality is, those people who your way is game over. No, it's not. This current way is game over. Bro, this life is game over. This existence is game over. Why work? No luxuries. You would get luxuries for work. And like I said, people don't work that much for money. They really don't. They work. There's three kinds of people. There's people, no, four. There's people who work to survive, so that would go. So a lot of people wouldn't work because they don't need to survive. There's people who work for luxury, you'd still have to do that. There's people who work for status, you'd still have to do that. There's people who work for passion, you'd still have to do that. So you'd really work for the things that truly matter. So that would only leave jobs. I want to be an astronaut. Exactly. Of course you do. Of course you do. because it's cool and fun and you're passionate and it's exciting and it's status. So you don't care about the money. You care about the job itself. Everyone wants to be an astronaut. Yes, they do because it's. But if everyone went to space like they go on a train, no one would want to be an astronaut. The things that we would need are things like public transport. The things that we would need are like are like doctors. The things that we would need are like, you know, we need a million spaceships. We need engineers. Why not pay those people a good a good wage? You're not going to be on the first one. There's absolutely no chance. Why not pay those people a fantastic wage, in which they can feel like they're useful. Like if you have like bus drivers, and it's like basically the whole community respects this person for doing a job, right? Rather than it just being, oh yeah, you're just doing your job, bro. It's not like that then. So the bus driver is happy because everyone loves him. He's also getting way more money than he ever would have gotten anyway. So he gets to buy things that he would never have. Now everyone wants things that he's got. So people go and become bus drivers as well. So you have enough bus drivers because everyone wants luxuries. People would still work for the exact... Plenty of people would work. But what it would completely delete are jobs that nobody wants. And nobody wants to do. Where's my chance to be an astronaut and get on the first spaceship? You don't have one. You don't have a chance. You never had a chance. You literally never had a chance at that. That was never in the cards for you. No matter what had happened in your life, no matter what you did different, who has a chance? Basically, people with the aptitude who got trained lucky, had knew people who put them on the right path, and had enough family wealth to be able to put them through a school that allowed them to get into the right program, because you need to be rich in order to even start that to begin with. So, you never had a chance. No, but in your world, my world is the real world. I'm completely tuned in. You live in a delusional world because you, your problem is apathy. Like, you're apathetic to issues. You're just like, well, it's whatever. But you're not apathetic to what you're directly being told. So by me speaking about stuff that you're apathetic to, you're unapathetic to the things that I say, which make you argumentative for the sake of it, because you feel like, oh, it can be disagreed with, because other people would disagree with it. Well, I actually don't know the reason why you disagree. Maybe it's just for fun. I'm not a yes boy. I feel like you disagree for the sake of disagreeing. That's what I feel like.
It's going to produce the results that you want is the easiest thing in the universe, especially in economics, which is a fake science anyway. But anyway, that is the one critique of UBI. But the second critique of UBI, I think, is much more important. And I think it really...
If it's a discussion, why not find counterpoints? That's a fantastic point. I agree with it.
Gets at the problem of the real cause of BS jobs. This is not something Graeber's saying, but this is something that I am saying. This is my editorial stance, okay? The real problem with UBI is that if you give out, trillions of dollars to people, okay, over the course of, if you say, let's see, let's do some math. So let's say there are 300, plenty of that. It's a lot. There are a lot of zeros there, okay? It's a lot of money, okay? People talk about how much spending the government did last, back in 2020, where they just created most of the dollars in existence, and, now it's causing hyperinflation. Well, that is going to be even if people continue to work. We are going to be living in a place where inflation has been mandated, right? And there's a big difference. Even if you're a Keynesian economist, in fact, especially if you're a Keynesian economist, you will realize there's a big difference between giving a bank $1 trillion in a bailout, which I don't endorse, but giving $1 trillion to normal people is actually going to be much more inflationary. And that is because, if you give let's use a smaller amount. If you give the Bank of America $20,000, right? They're just going to put that in some account. $20,000, that's like, peanuts to them. They don't care about it. We'll put it in some account that, who cares? It'll be used for something, right? We'll use it for something. But it's probably just they'll loan it out. They'll do something with it. But in the case, if you give just average Joe $20,000, okay, there are going to be maybe 10% of people are going to save that. But I think your average Joe would spend that $20,000. That could be a life-changing amount of money. And this is why a lot of Keynesian economists correctly note, if you want to stimulate the economy, give money to individual people, right? So let's say we had this kind of stipend, these trillions of dollars going to individual people, okay, every single year. You would have such velocity of change, such a large amount of, just M1 in the economy, that you would really have extreme inflation, and it would only be getting worse and worse and worse. So what does that mean? Who cares? Oh, inflation, the news media said that's what rich people care about. Okay, here's why you need to worry about inflation. Okay, here's the actual cause of BS jobs. You can't save money. If you get money from the government in your UBI, and let's say you want to be a dutiful person, and you're going to put that in the bank, you say, hey, I'm set. I have everything I need. I'm going to put it in the bank. I'm going to save it for later. I'm going to save it for my kids. That's a responsible thing to do. Well, if you're in an economy where everyone else is spending nonstop, everyone else is spending it on marble memorabilia and OnlyFans and all this kind of crap, your money, as time goes on, and of course the government is creating more money, your money is going to be worth less and less and less and less and less. So that $40,000, by the time your kids roll around, it might be worth, $500 or something miserable like that. I mean, maybe not that bad, but it might actually be that bad. So here is my contention. This is the actual cause of BS jobs. The actual cause of BS jobs is as follows. We have a monetary system that is not quite that bad, but it is basically that bad. We have a monetary system that is highly inflationary. In a normal world where we had harder money, if we had gold and silver and we can store value in those quantities, over time, gold and silver, historically, they tend to go up. If you work early in your 20s and you save the equivalent of $100,000 or so, you do a lot of work, you save that up and you put it in gold. As time goes on, that becomes more valuable. You're not losing value, it's becoming more valuable. And that actually makes sense because you did a lot of work early on. And that work, let's say you built a building for $100,000, right? That building gets years and years and years of use of many different businesses or people using it. Many people going, if you build a restaurant, many people have been fed there. Many people go on first dates there. Many people have coffee there. It changes a lot of people's lives as time goes on. Your investment in the world is actually increasing. And your gold value actually increases, not necessarily exactly with that, but with the, assessed value of gold, right, as time goes on. And so in a society where we had a harder money that wasn't constantly inflating, it would be very normal for a person to work for, several years, maybe a decade, but not necessarily 3 decades of being an office worker doing nothing, right? You could invest in your future. You could, even if you wrote a computer program that is hyper productive, you might be able to make so much money off that you could retire, you could basically have enough that you could retire when you're 20 and you could live on that for the rest of your lives. That's not that might sound a little crazy. Of course, people weren't writing computer programs in the past, but things are easier now because we're more connected with other people. We can make technologies that affect their lives in a positive way such that they are willing to give you money. Okay, that is something pretty novel, right? So what are BS jobs? Well, BS jobs are a solution to a problem caused by inflation, right? So the problem with inflation is when the government is printing money and when the government is giving it to people who they like, maybe banks, or maybe banks are creating money in effect by fractional reserve banking, or when governments give it to NGOs or universities, all these things that the government gives money to, right? It is inflating the value of the dollar, or really, decreasing the value of the dollar via inflation. And now all of these agencies have currency, and they need to get the currency to people, because if they don't get the currency to people, no one will be able to buy their stuff. So BS jobs are the bridge that connect money with the people who need to spend the money, right? That is the goal. So a BS job is something that has to exist. If you have one of
10 times louder than speaking. Oof. You are insane. How am I insane? How am I insane? I'm a genius. That's what they said about every genius that ever existed. Also, maybe it might be cancer time for me. All right, let's get rid of. I want to try some of the other maps. Nah, do I want to try the other maps? I kind of do. Alright, we'll just stick with Dust, Office, and Nuke, I believe. It's okay, I've decided to be a lung doctor in Junesong World. Yeah, but why do you even think that? Dude was level 99, I was 79, took ages. While I was doing this optional select boss on Yes 10. Man was lurking, got a rude awakening. Don't worry, your cough is fine. No, I'm probably gonna die. Why am I playing CSGO? The only thing I don't like... Your cough is a jump scare? I'm sorry, dude. The only thing I don't like about CSGO is you need sound to play the game, so you can't listen to music. Sound is actually super important in this game. And you can't turn it up because you don't want to hear gun sounds. What's MVP? What's MVP? Bomb hostage volume? Like, I don't understand why they haven't said, like, you reduce the sound of guns, but increase the sound of footsteps. Why can't I hide this, bro? Like, it's so annoying. Well, at least you're grinding. Even if you lost, at least you grinded. So that's good. See, like, what is this, man? I want a bit of music going, and I can't have any. Anyway, I got some dope music to listen to. You want to listen to some dope music? Bobby, what's for free? Yeah, it's 100% a good thing to grind like that. It's already... I'm off to sleep, have a good one. Oh, you're gonna miss the dope tracks, but good night, dude. Office. Cheat. Such a cheat, bro. How's the camera, man? I don't think the camera's in a good spot. I just got delayed, bro. I can't play this game, man. It's impossible to play this game. Wow. That's how it would be in real life. It's so fake. Like, this guy got shot in the head. Bro, he shot first. I don't think you understand. Like, the game doesn't work. Well, I mean, the game works that way, but life doesn't work that way. You can't just shoot. This is why I don't like FPS. You can't just shoot people, and then just like they're like okay. How do I? That is such a lie, bro. He's right there. Nice try, nice try. What's my what's my voice chat. Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, yes, this is the voice chat.
Давай, давай. Oh, how'd they get up there? Oh, there's a ladder. I didn't know about this. Yeah, you saw someone. I saw someone too. I saw him. Oh. Game is fucking hard, bro. I'm going A up here. Game is hard. Oh, get sniped, bro. What the fuck, bro? He's shooting me. I shot my own teammate because he shot me. It was instinct. How did he let him get past? Bro, teamwork was not there. I got the sickest snipe though. I'm not Russian. 俺は日本人ですよ。お前ら行くぞ。人類のために心を捧げろ。今何が受けた？フラッシュバンク。Oh, he moved to the other side. Yo, Sokum, how do I stealth? How do I stealth? What's the stealth hotkey? Where is this guy, man? He's like outside. Oh, this is how you sneak into the back. But you can't get over there. I tried. Bro, this is not the time for snacks. What? Bro, that's a guy. Nice. Snipe that guy. Whoa. Давай, блядь. Хорошо. Shift hold with my body. 10 seconds. Let's go. Unlucky. What do you think of the music? Oh, you think maybe? No, there is delay. There is delay to my stream. I have no delay?
No, you have no delay. I checked. You have like 2 seconds delay.
Okay, 1 second. How do I change? Yo, so how do I add delay, bro? How do I add?
You have to go to the settings, stream settings on OBS or whatever you stream on.
Okay. Ah, bro, that's how they cheat. Oh, that's how they know, bro. Alright, let's do this. Let's change the delay. Stream settings, yeah. How do I do that? Lazy mode? Go to file settings, then click on the advanced tab. What the hell? There's no file or settings. There's no file. Alright, 1 sec. We'll play this for a bit. Oi! Let's change this. Maybe it's in here. File, settings, yeah, there we go. Where was it? Bro, I don't even know where it was, man. Why don't my mods do this for me? Yeah, yeah. Okay, now, okay, I've got delay. I've got delay.
Can you find them? Oh, they're all rushing me.
Why do people cheat like this, man? Like, it's pathetic. Oi, he's so fast, man. They still get shot even without delay. Do I have delay? Yo. I see my own channel as having delay, right? So we got 6 viewers. Half of them are probably the enemy team. Cheating. Bro, why did you change gun at that precise moment? This guy is changing his ammo. It was not the time. Oh, I can hear myself. Maybe we need more delay. Do we need more delay? Oh, bro, I swear to God, I thought I got him there. Should we add more delay? Second delay seems okay. Oh, bro. Oh. Alright, we're ready to go. Wait, I don't need that. Bro, I need to get some gun. I'm decked out. I'm decked out. Where's my gun, bro? Get me my gun. Missed. Bro, what a little stealther. He stealthed into the fog. Little ninja. This guy's cheat or pro? They are cheating. Oh. Though to be fair, I feel like just cheating. How do you know they are cheating? I think this game is probably easy to cheat on. You just aimbot. What the I got knifed, bro? Why are they down here? I actually got knifed, man. I can't just like sit and watch someone, right? Because like if they're just gonna sit there in that one spot, then my delay won't work. They'll just get caught. I actually have to hide it a little bit. So we got smoked, man. We got smoked. We're mad trash. Wait, what do we do? What do we do? Bro, what are you doing? I'm like it's right in front of my face, bro. Bro, how are they so fast? Wow, this guy he almost did it. He almost did it, bro. He almost did good, bro. Look at that outfit, bro. That outfit is kind of cool. Bro, look at that pose. Alright, go to the next game, man. Why is this so long? Okay. Nine wins needed? What does that mean? Oh, that's me talking. I got banned from kICK. Hang back, don't play objective, predator. Yeah, but I still have to be faster than them, and I'm not. Like, at the end of the day, that's all it's about. Like, I'm just not fast enough. I missed, bro. Like, I fully missed. Do you see what I mean? Like, I miss. I miss and I'm slow. Like, it doesn't matter how smart I play it. I'm too bad. I'm too bad for being, like, for smart play to matter. I'm just dog. I'm trash. I'm actually trash at this game. I'm free. I might be the worst CS player in the world. Nah, I don't think so. Because I think there's probably people too dumb to understand the game. But I am bordering on that level. Do I have the bomb? I can't tell. No.
One is red. Last red. Yeah, they have it.
Whoa, I got shot, bro. Bro. And he also walked in front of me, so I couldn't even shoot. Bruh. Got me. Got me, team. I did nothing in that whole game, by the way. I did literally nothing. Can I undo that? I did literally nothing. Can't believe it. Don't hit me with another grenade. Fuck, yo, I'm getting out of here, bro. I got hit with 2 grenades, man. I'm free. Bro. I hate playing a game I can't play, actually. Like, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be trash. Come on, just let me pop off one time. Let me pop off just one time. Where could they be from?
Smoke.
Oi, I don't know about this. I don't know about that, bro. Anyway, always armor, then only armor, aka me. I'm weak. I'm weak. Always armor. Okay. I'm going shotgun. Maybe I go Nova. I got smoke. I got explosive. Ah, I'm good. Which one's this? Flashbang? failed. What is the point of what I just did? Bro, come on, bro. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? How did I miss that? The guy was right in front of my face. Lower mouse sensitivity, keep aim at high. Lower mouse sensitivity? Does it have mouse sensitivity? I've got it max. I've got it max. What should I want it? Right, halfway? Zoom sensitivity multiplier? I can't do nothing, bro. I'm free. Got me, team. Got me. Got me, boys. Oh, I can't afford the AK armor? Bullshit. Don't shoot and move unless you pray spraying. Okay. I didn't mean to aim for anyone, by the way. I didn't miss. I was just... What? What the fuck, bro? Where was he? Where was he? Dude, imagine being in an actual war zone with... Yo, and that's it. That's it, bro. Just... You dead. You dead, bro. I can't afford armor. I'm gonna get this. I got no money. I'm poor. I actually don't know how to play this game. What the? Bro, what the fuck? How did he know I was in there? This is the easiest way to get to affiliate. You just play CSGO and every one of these got little cretins streams snipes you.
Please run.
Please win. There's no chance of me winning this. I don't understand why I don't play with like people who've never played the game. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they don't exist. You do drop the bomb. Oh, you did. Smart, smart, smart. Good. Carry. Carry. Oh, bro, if you just saw him faster, you would have been alright, man. If you'd have just been a little bit more. break the map down. Like, MOBA, just focus on one lane until you get good. Break the map down. Okay. Just focus on one map until you get it. So when I get the bomb, I like to go through like that area, but I just died there, so I'm not gonna go there this time. The inside is really confusing. I'm not gonna lie. So you go through here, and you can go through here. That's nothing. You can go into here. Bro, I almost got him as well. If I'd have just... I was moving, I think. I was close. What, you could go through there? Oh, he's up there. You saw him, right? What? Don't do it. All right. He outplayed you with grenades, huh? That's unfortunate. I play outside unless I'm aware the team have a good AWPer. An AWPer? I want to be an AWPer, bro. Okay. That leads from outside center. Do I have the bomb? Bro, where are you, bro? Actually. Oh, you can see the bomb down in the corner. Right, okay. Wait, does it show who's on? Should I add more delay? I've not done anything, by the way, this game. Also, Deagle is headshot or nothing, guys. Oh, is it? Okay. I did not know that. I thought it was just a good gun. Flashbang, bro. I can't see shit. I missed everything. The one you get given is 2 taps ahead dead. Bro, come on. I'm such dead weight, bro. The one you get given is 2 taps ahead dead. We go up. We go up. I'm free. They're not there? Shit, he just died, bro. Please don't be. Might be the only one alive. Missed. Bro, how are they so fast, man? Mouse sensitivity is too low. Let's try a different. Let's try a different gun. Let's try AK. Oh, that's so unfortunate. He was cycling through his guns, man. This guy was looting. Oh man, we're toast. We don't have shit. I have the bomb. I'll try and plant it. I'm just outclassed. What? Bro, I didn't get a single kill. I didn't get a single one. I didn't get a single kill, bro. Why can't I play against noobs? My first time. Well, it's not my first time, but it's like my third time. These guys have been playing this game for 10 years. It's like playing Dota, and the first thing you do is you get. Where is this place? Oh, that's my friend. Sorry. LOL. I can't see shit right now. How do I go down? Oh, he died, bro. My friend Josh, he did make it. Oh. What is this gun that he's using? It's weird. Is it a revolver? Oh, it's a revolver. Aren't you counter-terrorist? So you have to find out where the bomb is? Isn't it gonna go off? What are you gonna do? Nice. Will he make it? This is a tense moment. Bro, imagine if you were like in real life, and you had that situation happen to you, that would be tragic. I want to get that revolver thing that he had. Is it this? No. What's the revolver? I don't know. Bro, I just... How did I not hit? Was I moving? I was moving, right? I mean, I hit him a bit. Oh, unfortunate, bro. Imagine being really good at this game. I think you just get reported non-stop. Like, he's too good. Report him. I got 1 kill though. Ah, yeah, I got 1 kill. I remember. Free crack 2012 money. What a name. Free crack 2012. I don't think I should be matched with these guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, the new player experience for Counter-Strike is pretty crazy. Is there not like a new player lobby? There should be a new player lobby. Wait, let's Google what do people say. It's extremely difficult for new players. So like, there's no entry. It's extremely hard. Barrier of entry is massive. I don't think it should be playable for a new player. I'm fine with it having legacy skill. I think that's fine. I think the problem is when it's like I don't get to play it against people who are like on my level. I think there should be an option for that. Like, I think there should be like, oh, you're a new player, go play it with new players. I think it would just be full of smurfs though, shitting on new players. So it's probably pointless. Time is it? 1:30? Same map. This is the only map anyone ever wants to play.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, did you say hi team? Carry me please, carry me. Alright, how do I open doors? Oh, you have to shoot it to open it? Okay. Well, I would have missed every single shot. I'm playing with Jushi. Yume. Yeah, maybe I just need to lose more games. That way I get put down, like, at the bottom. Maybe your starting rank is... Because the game is so old that the starting rank is just high level, basically. Because even, like, basic players on this game are just, like, really good. Compared to noobs. What the... Bro, what's going on? Are we not going forward? Or what? I don't know where I'm going either. Honestly. Got him. Got him. I'm against new players now. I'm actually against new players now. This is new player territory. I feel it. Like, there's no way I should have beaten those two. Cause I panicked. And I didn't aim. Do I have a grenade? Alright. Plimby. The boy remover. The boy remover. Yo. The boy remover got an absolute perfect headshot on me. I need to learn to crouch. Crouch is my only defensive mechanic. It's my only defensive mechanic. I wish you could roll in this game, bro. What the fuck, bro? That flashbang was awful. I ran out of ammo. I ran out of ammo, bro. I ran out of ammo. I had him in my sights. Got him. You got him too? Oh, bro. You were so close, bro. Joshy's the carry this game? Who's our carry? It's definitely Joshy. Josh is that guy. Ain't me, that's for sure. Where the f is this? Is that a door? Can I go through it? I saw him up there.
Bomb beep.
What the f— They're camping up. They're camping the snipes. That's unfortunate, bro. He tried his best there. Alright, they might not be super good players, but they're still better than me. Why is he camping this spot? Bro, he's still there. If he's gonna camp, I have to like hide it a bit. Like look, even I can see it on my own stream. I don't actually know if there's enough of a delay. Bro, he's just camping. I actually need to hide it. I feel like he's still camping. He's dead. Alright. Oh wait, we need armor, right? Are you really sure armor is the thing to get every time this gun sucks? How am I supposed to fight an AK with this? I actually almost got him. I actually almost got him. Bro, I died instantly. Oh my god. I'm so useless to my team. Oh, and he's the only one alive? I have to hide it. Which sucks because we can't watch him. He did. Alright. I need to be more useful to my team, man. I'm letting the team down. Did I? I got a good smoke. We got someone. Who's left? Sniped. That was sick. Finally got one good round. Can I find the last guy and take him out? Bro, what is going on here? Hunt him down in force. Right. Alright, that gun did well for me. We got an incendiary grenade. No, bro, come on, bro. Don't just roll up behind me, man.
Fuck.
Bro, I got 4 kills in this game. Pretty good. Awesome. Well, awesome. Let's go. Spent all my cash.
Go outside.
Fuck, I got opt.
There's six buttons there.
Did that just land on you? Bro, they're both camping. When people camp, I can't watch them. Because then, you know, you can stream snipe them. Oh, they... I don't know what happened. I assume they lost. No nades. Go shotgun. The shotgun is where we had the most attack. I don't know how he died. What the fuck? Oh, they came from the outside? Alright, I'll give him some cover. Can't get sniped. I look fat. But I'm not that. Bro, he was so close. He just let him live. What's a FAMAS? Switch to burst fire mode? Seems good. I don't really want to go outside, so. This seems like a really good place to be. Oh, I could not hit him. Burst fire mode is trash. Burst fire mode is trash. Try this one. This is so much less toxic than Dota though. Like, I'm useless. Well, not that useless. My KDA is like 0.5. They're not coming in this way. Shit, I got flashbanged by something. Oh, he went around the other side. Bro! I was too slow. I had to mentally determine whether it was my friend who was up there before or if it was a new enemy. And that's just too slow. I wish you could dodge bullets. I wish there was like a little bit more you could do. You know? Have they not planted the bomb yet? There you go. So it's on. It's downstairs, right? Go, Joder, Joder. It's down there. Oh, they're gonna watch that door like a hawk, bro. It's right there. You got it, bro. No, that's not the time. Ah, you won't make it, man. You're gonna die to the explosion. It's a shame. It's a shame. They try their best. They try their best. We're gonna go with just a pistol. You picked up a something? I picked up something. What's this? This guy doesn't want this weapon? I'll take it. You are what you eat. Who's getting shot and where? Oh, right, he got shot from in there. They're just gonna go down. I missed. Bro, I missed. And I got ops from behind. Yo. Good job, team. Bro, good job, team. I'm useless, but good job, team. Alright, we're playing second half with Taros. Taro. Come on, my brothers. I ain't got nothing. I had so much gold in the last one.
Go ramp. Push fast.
Wait, what is the ramp, dude? What is the ramp? Let's go, my brothers. Wait, so where does everyone go? So everyone goes this way, so this is the ramp. This is ramp? Everyone's going this way. I'm just going where everyone's going. He dead? This is ramp, okay. Bro. Bro. I'm pretty trash at this game. I'm pretty trash at this game. What are all these things? Like, I'm trying to read the scoreboard. It's kind of hard to read. Armor. What else can I afford? What's this? Nimble and stealthy for mid-range damage. I guess. It's not bad. I would have stealthed on him. Where do I have the bomb? That's the bomb.
Go B, man. Go B. Fast.
It's too late. Oh, we did it. What's this?
Go B rush.
Rush B. They're not going B. We can't go that way. We can't go that way. I got in, sniped him. Where's the bomb? Yo, where's the
Please
bomb?
talk to fucking each other, man.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to get back to A. Oh shit, phone's dying. Yeah, my phone's gonna overheat just from streaming. It's actually so hot. And all I do is stream. Okay. I actually killed someone as well, it's pretty good. Yo, I just took out 2 people. I'm a berserker. That's my playstyle, I'm a berserker. Oh, what? I took out 2 people and we're still low in numbers? I did a 2-for-1 trade. Just plant them on, I guess. They're definitely gonna be back there, yeah. Pawning. That was pretty good. I rushed them, bro. They weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for some crazy guy just to rush through. They never are. Oh, he's in. What? 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 Oof.
You're idiot.
Shut
How?
the fuck up. How?
Dude, that was hilarious. Wait, why isn't this working? Ah, there you go. Can't see nothing, bro. They're all inside, I think. Bro. Why Why did they smoke on themselves? It just like made it impossible for me to see what was even going on. They're all outside. Yeah, they're outside. They're going around. Why would you do that? Is he dead? Oh yeah, definitely dead. Behind you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I have the most success with the shotgun because it's like the easiest gun to like do things with. You don't need to aim as much. I flash mine myself. I can't see nothing. Bro, I took out 2 people again. The shotgun gameplay is too good. The shotgun gameplay is sick. Sniped. Looks like this is going to be a clean win. I heard someone break glass. What are these two doing? Whoa. I got the bomb. But I want to AWP. I'll AWP next game. Go AK. Need a smoke grenade. Rush A, bro. Oh. Swap for paw job 3? Nah. I'm going for the AK. I'm rushing A, man. Bro, what the fuck was the point of that? Fuck, why?
Secret. One is on side A.
Bro, cover me, man. What? Oh no. GG. All my music stopped. GG's. I think wait. Did we not change the game title? now. Kazu and Tekken 8 is a loss
What's
for
up,
everyone.
guys? Main man Sui here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and welcome to another video where I talk about Kazuya in Tekken 8. Although I am in Tekken 7, sorry, don't got the beta no mo. Sorry, I'm a poor man. I do feel a lot poorer without Tekken 8, it's so good. But not a good game for Mishimas in general, the way it looks right now at least. We don't know if we're gonna add more Mishimas. We're right now at Kazuya and Jin. And in my opinion, they've done a poor job with both of them. But on a positive note, I feel like Paul, Brian, and King are twice as cool and twice as interesting as they've ever been. So while there are some negatives with this game, you know, Tekken 8, there's quite a few positives as well. But so in this video, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about how Kazuya, I really don't like him in Tekken 8. I might call it something like how Kazuya is a loss for everyone. And I'm gonna get into it. It's like, if you've seen my breakdown of Tekken 8 Kazuya, you know he's been nerfed a lot. But at the same time, they've done something they've done to quite a few characters, and they've streamlined him and dumbed him down. And this is something I've increasingly understood over the days. They want you to play him in a completely different way, which is why they nerfed Tekken 7 style Kazuya is nerfed, right? So we're gonna get into that, but there was something I failed to mention in my breakdown, how much Downward 1-2, removing that, and down back 2, how hard that's going to affect the character. So I'm gonna start by talking about that. But then I'm going to talk about, you know, it's a loss for everyone. It's a loss for Kazuya players, but it's also going to be a loss for people who play against Kazuya. If you're not a Kazuya main, he's going to be much more annoying to play against, because they've simplified his style of play in Tekken 8 to a great extent. Made him
already
dumber.
annoying.
He's not strong, but he's going to be
And he was already dumb. No, he wasn't. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Kazuya is extremely dumb. No, you have to predict the side steps. No, you just need the execution to do down for while rising too. And just mix up. He's just a Vortex character. He's always been a Vortex character. That's all he is. Vortex and neutral control. You just spam electrics. And you just spam like sidestep 3. And you just spam forward 3. And you just spam hell sweep. And then you spam like lows. And you spam homing mids, and that's it. Like Kazuya is not an intelligent character. He isn't. Kazuya players just think he is because they invest so much into playing him, because he's such an execution monster. Like, he requires a lot of execution in order for you to pull it off, that you unjustly attribute the hard work for the execution to be hard work for the game plan, but his game plan is just daft.
easier, because they gave him space control in a very accessible way.
He already had space control. It was just inaccessible. So I get that it's easier, but it doesn't change his game plan.
Which is something he doesn't have in this game. You have to actually commit to homing moves. You don't need to do that in Tekken 8, and it's all due to the demon pull. But first off,
Okay, now that's different. I take back everything I said.
I
Please
just want
continue.
to demonstrate something very interesting. Like, I talked about Downward 1-2 in my breakdown, how it's a huge problem not having an easy mode 15 frame punish. It's a really, really big deal. Because electric on block stun is very hard to do. So it's really, really nice to be able to do Downward 1-2 in Tekken 7 into steel paddle. Like this. And I'm going to soon explain to you why this is the best thing he has. Not the Downward 1-2, but being able to steel pedal like that. It's much, much stronger than getting a frame advantage like this, that gives a free 50-50, right? So I'm gonna get into that. But so in my video, I got into how it's very good having an easy mode punish if you can't electric, especially in Tekken 8 with Rage Arts universally being -15 if you have any lag. Block stun is annoying. Even for like veteran and seasoned Kazuya players, it's kind of hard getting that electric. It's not easy. So this served as the easy punish into Vortex. But what also, you know, you have to understand is that so many characters, and especially modern Tekken characters, ever since Tekken 6, there's so much like attacks with forward momentum like this, lows and slides, where characters recover crouching. Even Kazuya has stuff like this, right? And the thing with these attacks is that they recover so low that you literally can't use your electric even in these situations. And if you are a veteran Kazuya player, you probably know about this as well.
Lol.
Sorry. You know about this, right? So downward 1-2 here served as the whiff punish to use in these super important situations, because this is often you have to do stuff like this. So this is a combination of downward 1 having a very low hitbox, and again they nerfed that in Tekken 8, but also, you know, downward 1-2 being a natural into a steel pedal. For many reasons this is so important to the character, and they removed it in Tekken 8 and they didn't really give you anything in return. So what they expect you to do in Tekken 8 is something like this. I can't show you the attack, but it's down back 1-2. It looks, it's basically the 2 last hits of his big string. He does a punch into a second one, it's a natural, and a big explosion. And this is a heat engager, puts you in heat for plus 17, and does 30 damage. I can actually show you pretty much the essence of what that is here. So she whiffs, I do this. Has to be said, the new string comes out at 13 frames though. But this is essentially the same thing. Downward 1-4 puts me at plus 18. A heat engager, while it looks much more dramatic and you get a cutscene where they run anime style like Dragon Ball, it's plus 17. This actually gives more advantage at plus 18. And here I'll take a 50-50.
I could probably step that 50. No, I don't know.
This might sound strong, right? But you'll notice immediately I've given up on damage, right? You'll notice that immediately. I've given up on 20 damage, roughly. But also, getting a free 50-50 like this isn't Kazuya's strongest mix-up situation, actually. You might think it is, though. But it isn't. Because here, I take a risk, right? I can do my forward free and not take a risk. But if I go for a hell sweep, I'm certainly taking a risk, right? And in Tekken 8, you're going to do that last due to the nerf to hell sweep, right? The risk reward on hell sweeps is kind of terrible in Tekken 8. Like in this game, I stand to gain 33 damage, right? Into amazing Oki. But in Tekken 8, with that sweep, it's like 40% of the damage is recoverable. It's not true damage. So it's like, that's a big nerf to hell sweeps. So in Tekken 8, you're probably going to see heat engager into forward free, or maybe down 1+2, which is a really dumb low in Tekken 8. But again, Kazuya's best risk reward and Kazuya's best mix-up situation is always when he's knocked you down. Always involves a knockdown. So why is that? Well, it's because of the steel pedal. This move just changed Kazuya. And even a lot of Kazuya mains, like, they don't really understand why it's so effective. Oh god, I thought my game was gonna crash. So you do that, and then you have to get up again, right? So you can threaten another steel pedal. But the thing is, with the follow-up steel pedal here after the first one, is that it will beat every single option your opponent has, except for standing up into a guard.
Or side roll.
Every single other option
You can
will
side
be
roll
beaten.
it. You can side roll it.
So we'll set a ground technique to tech roll. So and I'm always safe. And this awards Kazuya something he never truly has, which is safety. I just steel pedal into steel pedal. If you stay on the ground, you get backflipped again. You're put in the same situation and you take 20 damage. If you do any get-up kicks, you get counter-hit launched. If you think I'm gonna hell sweep, you're going to eat that. 22 damage plus 5. And if you block it, I took no risk. That is why Kazuya's Vortex is so strong. It's the threat of a steel pedal and the safety it gives Kazuya. So that's why we always want to knock down. That is why down back 2 is so strong. And down for 1-2. And also serving, of course, as my whiff punisher, for example, which you don't have now in Tekken 8. So I try to explain, you'll do something like this instead. For much less damage into plus frames, right? But again, this isn't Kazuya's strongest mix-up situation. Kazuya's strongest mix-up situation is always knocking you down.
Well, wait a minute. Hear me out. Does it matter? Like, really? If you're plus enough that you can do a mid uninterruptible launcher, or you could do a low, or you could just do steel pedal, isn't it the same situation? What's the difference?
So, old Kazuya kind of gone. Tekken 8 Kazuya is something else. He doesn't knock you down. He throws you into heat engager situation into 50-50, but that's not the strongest Kazuya. So that's why I think, you know, the nerfs add up, and Tekken 7 Kazuya is stronger, and he's lost a lot of identity in Tekken 8. And now I'm going to talk about how he's going to be more annoying to play against, and how he's been streamlined. This is also very interesting in my opinion, and to do that I actually am going to need a clone. We're gonna go double Kazuya, and maybe I can even just keep it lore accurate, or sorry, series accurate here. Can I get Tekken 8 Kazuya? There he is! And look at this. Player rage. Let's see. No, we're gonna wait with this. I'm going to demonstrate. We can actually show the demon paw here. But before I do that, I just want to demonstrate. You probably already know about this, but you know, what is current Kazuya? This is Kazuya right now. He forces you with homing moves to not sidestep him. The homing moves give him space control. Because if he goes for his 50-50, like there's simply no tracking whatsoever if I just step to the left. Forward free is a forward attack with no tracking. You recognize this. This is Kazuya. You step him to the left, and space control is awarded him for doing homing attacks. So this is either Waver while standing free, if you want to keep it low risk. Waver Fujinu Raken, while standing 2, high risk, minus 18 on block. Or you can do back 4, which is more nerfed in Tekken 8 than I thought. It doesn't counter at launch anymore. It's now a heat engager. But it does fully launch in heat if you try and step. Oh, which is something interesting. But yeah, for it to launch, you have to give up heat immediately. So that's not so good. Right. But so that's how classic Kazuya is played. But then this happened in Tekken 8. Let's see. I do need to record. Not set. Not set. Not set. Oh, and I do need heat. No, wait. Before I talk about that, this was something that annoyed a lot of people, and including me. But they made his electric track to his weak side, right? If I just step like this in Tekken 7, I start sidewalking early, not timing it, electric clips me. This did not happen prior to the electric buff. You can still step it if you time it really well, but it's tough. That was an annoying change. But the thing is, if you're far away from Kazuya, you can always beat it like this. Just. It's hard to do. I'm pretty good at it. But duck, I'm pretty good at the Mishima matchup in general. But you can't duck and punish him here. Right? So it was unfortunate that they gave him an electric that could serve as space control. I never agreed with that. But you could still duck it, right? But what they done to him in Tekken 8 that is very unfortunate in my opinion. Sorry. Oh god, I get so confused with this. No, opponent rage, right. Is that they gave him a demon paw. So what is that? It's this move, right? Initially, I didn't think much of this move, but I was like, okay, so now instead of forward free, you can do forward 2 to heat engage. You know what? Let's just Let's put rage on both of these. It's gonna be easier to make my point. Let's see. Stand, guard, all. Okay, so here's the demon pull. In this game, it's -12 on block. In Tekken 8, it's like -9, -8. Also has no pushback. And it's the same startup. So Kazuya will put himself like this. If it's blocked, he's right in your face and he has to respect you, right? He's heavy minus. Same startup, long reach. If it hits, heat engager, +17, he's in heat, you know the drill, right? If he is in heat in Tekken 8 and this hits, if he holds forward, he can combo out of it. You know?
Yeah,
he gives
like
up
that
his
movie
heat
where
to a
he
heat dash,
honestly, yes,
it's
you want to make a plan route, then just keep going for it. Like that movie where he resets when he dies.
That's why
Oh
one
right,
block, it
yeah, I
turns
know
into
that
a
movie.
launcher. Pretty low damage though, but it does turn into a launcher. So this might not sound like anything special or anything, but the really obnoxious part about this is the amount of tracking this attack has.
Of course.
And how it's going now. I think Kazuya players in Tekken 8, it's going to be all about basically forward 4-2 or down 1+2. Risk reward on hell sweep is kind of bad, still gives good OK, but down 1+2 is kind of OP low. So we're gonna spam that, and we're going to spam this demon pull. So let me just record this. So I wave, my opponent waves into demon pull, and I'm sidewalking. You see? I can sidewalk both sides. This will connect, and it's the same in Tekken 8. Same hitbox. So why is this annoying? Well, Kazuya no longer has to do a risk a forward 4-3 getting stepped. He doesn't have to use a homing attack. Electric is the same, like this, right? But electrics you can duck. So this is safe on block, beats duck, and beats sidestep to both sides. Note that you can still sidestep this, but you have to be super precise. Super precise. So yeah, it's like if you thought electric was annoying, like in this game, now you know there's can't duck, can't step. So basically, let's see. So basically, Kazuya's can just kind of mindlessly. This is how they change the character. So rather than going for this or this or this, you'll pretty mindlessly in Tekken 8 to spam this, because unless your opponent knows exactly when you're going to throw this demon pull, you can't step it. And you can't duck it, safe on block. Note that I'm not saying that this is strong. Plenty of characters can do this, and Jin. I'm just saying that I just disagree with what this does to Kazuya's gameplay. Just again streamlines him. Instead of using tools to cover different options, right? You'll just throw this to cover a ton of different defensive options. And safe on block. So yeah, I honestly believe this is how they intend you to play Kazuya in Tekken 8. Spam this until it hits. Yeah, or mix with down 1+2, which is what it seems like a much stronger low than Hell Sweep in Tekken 8. Note that Hell Sweep is still good, but down 1+2 is completely dumb in Tekken 8. Pretty much unreactable for most people, remains a counter hit launcher, remains -14 on block. It's not as strong as Jin's down 2, but it's just super dumb. It's super dumb. Note that it's still steppable to the left, but yeah, so this is new Kazuya. Because they nerfed old Kazuya. That playstyle was nerfed, right? So Demon Paw into Heat Engager into 50-50. If it's blocked, never mind, do it again. I hope you get my point. I hope I didn't make it too convoluted or drawn out. But yeah, I just fundamentally disagree with what they've done to Kazuya in this game. I thought giving the electric tracking to both sides, I never agreed with that. But at least you could duck that, right? But now you give him a demon paw that serves all purposes and just completely removes his weakness to, for example, people step ducking to the left, or just, it does everything for him. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You nerf him so much, you streamline him. Yeah, I just, with everything I get to know about this character in Tekken 8, I just disagree with it personally. Other people might find it different, but at least I have Paul and Brian, who are amazing in the game. I'm gonna make videos on them. And then I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Steve and Dragunov. And I really hoping for the best there. But so thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a good night. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna turn off stream today, don't you worry.